Hey guys, let's try this again. So I'm up at the homestead land slash cabin. Came up yesterday. I took a few extra days off so I can get some stuff done. But wanted to talk to you because I met with the county and the building inspector yesterday. So start off with, I had the survey done, which took freaking all summer. Sounds like they're getting towards the end now. And last week they called me and I forgot to fill out a survey permit. Can you believe that shit? So I came up last Wednesday and filled that out, paid the $250 fee, and we moved forward. So I got the paperwork saying that they approved it all and everything. So I took off and I came up yesterday and I stopped at the county to make sure everything was good and what else I had to do. So then I filled out the forms to get a fire number and whatnot and paid their $150 fee for that. I don't know what's going on, but apparently the counties thinks we have too much money because everything is a fee now. $250 for a survey fee. That's not the survey, that's just the application permit so you can do a survey for $250. That to me is freaking ridiculous. If I would have known half of the bullshit they got here, I don't know that I would have done it. But being I grew up here, my family's up here, and friends kind of wanted to come back, so I bought the land from my dad and been moving forward. So they have all their fees. So I got the other stuff. So here's the land use permit. Again, another permit. Land use. Shouldn't that be me do whatever I want? I mean, I bought the land, but apparently not. Apparently you gotta have a permit. And you have to get a permit for each thing you do. So here's a couple here. So if you want to make a bunkhouse, the land use permit for that is $250. Now this is just a land use permit. This isn't a building permit. It's a land use. A 6-month camping unit, that's $100. Accessory structure, that's $150. A deck, patio, retaining wall, sidewalk, that's $125. Dwelling, that's $300. So quite a few different fees just for the land use permit. So you pay the county that. And then you go to the building inspector and you get your building permits. So I went and met with the building inspector. And he has a set of fees for all their different bullshit. I don't know where that is. I know it's in one of these paperwork. But there are different ones. Breaks it down how much you pay and everything versus the size of everything. So I was talking to him, and yeah, you pretty much have no decisions no more. The little shed the house thing, yeah, that's not allowed up here. I tell you. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I'm a little frustrated. It's like 6 in the morning. I had to run and get coffee. So I thought I'd make this video before I went back out there because I don't have service. So yeah, you can't do the shed the house. So then I was talking to him. I wanted to build a 16 by 40. I have to do a slab or a half wall or basement. Well, with talking to him, the requirements for the slab and everything ends up being so much concrete, you might as well do either a basement or a half wall. The half wall ends up being like a 4-foot crawl space. I don't know that the 4-foot would be worth much. I mean, you can do it, but how much more is it to put 4 more feet and have a basement? Then you have storage space. But you also, for your permit, that goes by the square footage. So if you do a basement, they do the square footage times 15 cents a square foot. That's your permit for the basement. So you have that option. And I talked to him about the electrical. Well, apparently we can't do electrical no more either. Now, keep in mind, I play with electric pretty much every day at work. I've wired I don't know how many homes through my days and signed off on them, and they were all approved, but apparently now you can't. And I told him I wasn't going to be on any power grid. I'm totally off grid, so I don't understand why I need to have a permit for it and go through all the loops. Well, that brought up another thing. So the solar, that brings up, I have to get a permit and the building inspector's involved, but then I have to hire a state inspector to come out for the solar. Can you believe it? So and I think he said the state inspector's $450. So I won't be tied to anything, but I have to go through more hoops. Wonderful. And then he also said that he would like to bring other entities when we do this. Since no one's up here has really done that, they've done some smaller grade off-grid, and they usually sell back to the power company. Well, I don't know that I like the idea of all these people up in my land. Again, I want to be left alone. I don't want people knowing about it. So, I don't know about that. I can't do the sewer. I gotta pay a company for that. I gotta pay an electrician to do the solar and everything. They've got it nowadays where you really can't do crap. And how do you afford all that out of the pocket? You're gonna pay an electrician to come in, that's gonna be pricey. The sewer, I think the guy told me it's $5 grand. A well, I think he said is, if I remember correctly, don't hold me to it, but I think it was 2 years ago I talked to him. I think he said that'd be around 15,000. I don't know what the electrician is, I just found that out, so I haven't called anybody. And then all your permits and stuff for the structure, and then all the BS of having it inspected and stuff. So you can only pretty much do a little bit, and then I'm only here on weekends, so yeah, it'll take me like probably all my life to get it done. Then I talked to him about an outdoor kitchen. That brought up another whole ordeal that he has to look into, because no one's done an outdoor kitchen. So I don't know. I thought maybe I could try to get that done before snow flies, but sounds like that's a pain in the ass with them doing all their bullshit. So I don't know, man. Apparently I picked the wrong place because the rules and regulations are unreal. But now if I get a mobile home, if I remember right, if it's before 97, I can pull in and do nothing. I'm good to go. If it's newer than the 97, then I have to put a slab down, and I have to put these special anchors down and everything. So I don't know. I might just lean towards doing a 97 or older mobile home. And that way it's in there and I can stay and less hassle. I don't know. I'm still debating. I think this is all wrong. I think it's bullshit that the way they send you through and all their fees and permits and requirements. I don't know how people can afford this without, I mean, you're gonna have to go through a bank with this kind of money. I mean, criminy. Everything's so expensive, and then you gotta pay people to do it. So I don't know. With all the different BS, I'm still putting things together, getting all the paperwork together. I don't know. It's pretty much showing me that I won't be probably doing anything this fall yet, unfortunately. On the other note, though, my tornado shelter, if I make it 10 by 10 or smaller, I don't have to do nothing. That I can do. Imagine that, huh? A tornado shelter, anybody can put that in, as long as it's 10 by 10 or smaller, and they don't need it inspected or nothing. Now, does that make sense? You're gonna build something that you're going to be protected from a tornado, which wipes everything out. But you don't need that inspected. There is no guidelines. Does that make sense? No. I would think that would be something you'd want to be inspected to make sure everything's kosher. So if you ever do need to use it, it's good to go. But whatever. You ain't gonna win them. So I don't know, maybe we'll try to get the tornado shelter put in. So, but anyways, I did get up and get some more cutting done. We'll be working on that today. I did burn some brush last night. Hopefully burn some more today. So hopefully by the time I leave Monday, it'll be pretty much all cleaned up, I'm hoping. Hopefully the neighbor will come with his tractor and start hauling some of the logs away. So, I don't know, but you guys, if you're out looking for land or whatever, definitely check with the zoning office, building inspector, whatever, to make sure you can do what you want to do, because, yeah, it's not looking good here. And I would think it would be less, being, I mean, there's nothing up here. I mean, you gotta drive a couple hours to get work and stuff. I mean, there's a few things, but I think the rules are tighter here than it is back home where I live. But I don't know. So anyways, just thought I'd throw this out there real quick. I did bring the camera up, so I'm going to try doing the camera again and downloading it. It does take forever downloading, but I'll try doing some of that. So we'll see. So if you guys got any input with the mobile home, my fear is freezing water pipes and the cold floors and all that. If you got any experience with mobile homes in the cold climate and found things to work, comment down below, please. Because if I do lean that way, I'm going to have to figure something out. So, I don't know. And if you ran into issues with your county and stuff, post some of the permits that you had to have, or land use requirements or whatever. Because I can't believe they get away with this. So it'd be interesting to hear what you guys are finding. I mean, come on. A permit to do a survey? That seems asinine, but I'd love to hear what everybody else's rules and regulations are. So comment down below, and if I don't see you guys have a great holiday weekend, and stay safe, and definitely have a cold one for me. I don't know how much I'll get in, but we will catch you guys next time.